Hey guys, Jeffries here and welcome back to Cities in Motion 2. Now today I am here at the, what would you call this, the City West Central hub. Used to be different to this, as you might remember. We had to change it up slightly when we built in the trolley line and the City Auto Express line, but I've changed it into this. Now this I like a lot. It's got the same kind of system as we have over at the MCH, but I think this one is slightly more refined, if that's such a thing. But I like it. I think it looks pretty good. So what we're going to do now is map out a couple of lines. And I say a couple. What we did up here was use one line to cover all the stops, but here, because we've got a bigger hub, I'm going to cover... Sorry, I'm just checking something. I'm going to cover both lines separately, like we used to have. So, create a new line. I'm going to have to go to my friend Google again for this one, I believe. To see if there's an interesting shade of blue that we could use. That's not the one I wanted, although it might give me a shade. That's the one I wanted. Cerulean line. Any Pokemon fans out there? Cerulean. Right. I now need to find... In fact, Common Line North will probably have a good one to... Oh no, it wasn't. Although I need to change that actually if it's running every half an hour. What's a good one to run from? City Auto 1 tends to be a good one. Yes. That one should work quite nicely. Did I copy from that one? Yep. So just got to do weekends and night. Now I did just notice something here. Night ends at 6. So that should start at 7. And end at 9. And then that starts at 5. And that starts at 8. So that should go like that. And that one should go like that. There we go. Now this is going to go depot, obviously. It's then going to run down to... Which one of these stops shall I run it to? Tricky, tricky, tricky. I don't actually know. One thing I'm going to have to do is delete these two stops here. Because obviously they won't be in use anymore, as all the roads now come out onto this avenue. Let's just do it to a random one. Let's just do it to that one. Stand 6, let's call it. And have that as the one. Right. So from there, it's going to go to this stop. And then this stop. Yeah. Let's put another one in. There. This stop, this stop, this stop, this stop, this stop. Connects with City Auto. Is that City Auto? No, that's the Ruby line, I believe. Not City Auto. Not once, but twice. And then runs round this way. Like so. I don't even know where this is going anymore. I could have seized this as an opportunity to reroute this actually, but there you go. An opportunity not taken. In fact, let's delete that one. do it like that. And then it's going to come back and drop off at the Maya line stop. All lines are going to drop off at the Maya line stop. Just so that there's no hold-ups as vehicles are trying to go around twice, nothing like that. It's going to get dropped off and then straight back to depot. And the reason for that is this is going to be one of the main areas of buses now in the city. It's what it was originally going to be when it was built, but it never achieved its potential. So now it has the chance to make up for that. So here's hoping, fingers crossed and all that, that it does work this time. Alright, so that's one line done. We now need to do another line. Oops. Let's refer to my colours again. Oh, I like this one. Iris line. Sounds very nice. Alright, copy, but we're going to take these down by half an hour. Copy, but take these down. In fact, done that wrong. That's the one. Copy, but take these down by half an hour. Copy, but take these down half an hour. Copy, take these down half an hour. And so on and so forth. Just so they're not running at the same time, because that can be incredibly irritating when they're all bunched up one behind the other. Right, that one. Another random one. Let's choose that one. Now this time round, I'm going to do it there, there, straight down like this, to there, and then we're going to go via that one, and then just straight back again. Look at this. How unusual is this? Wow. Has to go the long way around. Look at that. I might see if I can change that by putting this in. Have I not got enough space for it? Mildly irritating. I'll have to do it like that. I also have to delete those because they're sticking onto the track. There we go. So where do I get to? Got to there. So then I'll have to go like that, and then just straight back. I can't see the Iris line being that popular, if I'm honest. I can't see that many people wanting to use it. But that might not be a bad thing. So I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it. That was a mission I had to build 3 new lines, which I managed to do. We need another 15 buses. So we've already bought the Sternberger MIDI. So I'm going to get the Sternberger Dreifach, maybe? Although I think that... Is that a bendy bus? It looks like a bendy bus. So maybe I'm going to get the Comet Ambienter instead. We'll get another 10 of these. There we go. So that should be... We have enough vehicles now. We have 25 and we need 23. So yes, that's perfect. Save this quickly. My desktop has started doing something horrific. When I'm playing Football Manager, it keeps freezing. And like a total system shutdown. And it's not very cool. So at this very moment in time, I'm always a bit nervous that it's going to crash on me. So if I keep saving the game suddenly, that's the reason why. So bear with me a little bit on that one. But there is a valid reason for me doing it. Right, I think it's time we put the Southwest link back in now. I think the golden time is upon us. So this is going to be called Southwest link. Southwest link. Timetable it the same as the cerulean line. We are starting to have issues with our trams again, but it's not where you would think. It's not at Tram Square. The problem seems to be all other junctions around the city. For some reason, pedestrians get caught crossing the road, and that stops a tram, and then another tram queues up behind it, and another tram queues up behind it, and that keeps on going until every single tram in the depot is queued at that junction. And then if you have, for example, over here we used to have more than the 3 lines that we have now, but I think it's technically 3, but it's really 2 because it's the City Auto 3 and the Ruby line. No, wrong one. Yeah, the Ruby line, which now goes clockwise and anti-clockwise. That's something else that I did to try and fix it. They go clockwise and anti-clockwise now. They share tracks with a few of the other lines, and actually I do kind of prefer this. They do still go through Tram Square, but not as much as before. And I mean, look, this is actually quite clear. The problem is, let me see if I can find a good example. First of all, we have a tram here that's broken down, so let me just fix that quickly. Let's check we've got enough vehicles for this actually. We've got 30 and we need 28. That should be more than enough. Not sure why that's not working. But yeah, it's these junctions. One tram gets caught and it screws up the entire system, and it really is starting to frustrate me. But there's not an awful lot I can do about it. Oh look, I missed out a whole load of stops. I'm good at doing that now, aren't I? I could have incorporated them into the Maya line, but oh well. Anyway, we've got to map out this route. It's going to go depot, pick a random stop. I like the look of this one at the end here for this one. Like so. And then it's straight south. All the way down this avenue. Now we used to have tram tracks running down here as well. That's not the case anymore up until it meets City Auto 6. I think it is. Is it 6? This junction here. And then we have trams running down the middle again. So traffic wise it should be okay. Just hope it's okay every otherwise as well. That's the terminus there. Swings back and round. And then just back to base. Now this one, it is a real lottery as to which bus ends up on which line. I know I buy a different type of vehicle for every line that we build, but that's not because necessarily I want that type of bus to run on that line. It's just I want to shake things up a bit. Especially when you've got a depot like this, which is now going to have quite a few lines running out of it. I just don't want there to be all the same type of bus. It will get very boring very quickly. Right, done. So this one needs 16 vehicles, which means I have to go and buy some more. I'll just buy another 15, and I'll buy 15 Sternberger Maduras. Like so. So we're starting to get somewhere. This is starting to be built up again quite nicely. I don't think any buildings are going to be put in these gaps now, unfortunately. I don't think there's enough room. We could put a landmark nearby to try and raise the profile of this part of the city. We've got things like the Brandenburg Gate and Houses of Parliament. I think the Brandenburg Gate would be a good one. You could just stick it. Oh, do you know what? It just about doesn't fit in this gap. But we could put it up here. Somewhere like that. I'm not going to decide on that one just yet, though. We'll leave that to decision makers. Alright, so we now got these buses running through. Is that one going straight ahead? It is. That's the Southwest Link. First bus. I can't see it being that popular. I think small buses are the way to go with this. Not that many people wanting to use the network. That's fine. I kind of expected that. That's why I did it. It's just a connection option. I can see the buses are going to start losing us money again soon. Oh, I forgot about this depot. This is the old Southwest Link. I totally forgot about that, you know. It's not very good of me. Right, so we now have I think it's 3 or 4 of these hubs linked up again. So we've got this hub down here. We kind of have this hub here, but I won't be including that in what I'm about to do. We have this one here. We have this one up here. And we have this one here, and if we go over this side of the city, we have this one here. So the next thing we need to do is connect them to the MCH. And I know we have lines like the subway lines, which you can see there, the metros, and they're good, they work, they're average, they'll do. But I would like something from the MCH as well. A direct link between them, and that's why I built this huge hub here, and that's also why I've built this huge hub, where are we? Here. So we can actually connect these things up. And that is what I'm going to do. So this is going to become, it'll be of infrequent service, maybe every 2 hours or something like that, but this is going to be just another way of people getting around the city. So this is going to be city... Well, let's not call it that yet. I still need names for these parts of the city. Now, we had a name for this part, and I've completely forgotten it because I forgot to write it down. So I think this part of the city here needs a name, and I think I'm going to name it now. Cypress Creek, let's call it. This is going to be the Cypress. I'm just going to name it after the area of the city it runs to, because they're all going to run from the MCH and they're all going to run to the destinations wherever they're going. So there's no point in me fretting and worrying about giving it a fancy name to do with a shade of blue. We'll just call it the name of the part of the city that it serves. Can I draw that like that? I can. Let's go to that one. Change that for 2v2. Like that. I'm going to place some new depots down. Got one there. One there. And I can't fit one in there. That's annoying. Let me see if I can do this from the other side. So we've got bus like that, bus like that, and bus like that. There we go. This is going to be a busy part of the city. Let's put it that way. Right, Cypress Creek. We're going to run it. We'll start running it every hour, and we'll see how it does. So we're just going to copy it straight from the Cerulean line for now. It's going to run from this depot here to... pick a random one. That one. And then it's going to run over to here, to the Maya line stop. It's an interesting route it's taking, actually. I'm going to have to watch this in a second. And then it goes back to that stop. Wow, another interesting route. It actually goes via the rat house. I should have made it stop at the rat house. I'm going to do that, actually. Just so I can regulate which way it's running. So that's going to run to there, and then it's going to run back to here, and then back to the hub. Did I really forget to do it? I'm a dithering fool at times, I really am. I just want to pop that a little bit further down as well, so I've got room to queue vehicles up like we have elsewhere in the hub. This system works. 3 at a time queue. Just as another one comes in, the first one leaves. So it is like a conveyor belt of vehicles. People might complain if they're stuck on this bus waiting to get off, but you're not having to wait to get on. So in that respect, people are probably happier. Because it's waiting times to get on a vehicle that causes bad reputation. Not so much waiting times to get off a vehicle. Okay, that's the first one done. So now we are going to get some vehicles for it, and we're going to watch it just to see how it performs. So we need 20 buses. I'm going to go for these Sternbergers because I didn't buy them a second ago. Alright, I'm going to quickly save the game. Now hopefully our buses don't get caught up in too much traffic, otherwise we're in trouble. But I can't see it being too much of a problem, if I'm honest. You look over here, there's not that much traffic, really. Traffic lights might cause an issue, but everything else should be fine. Yeah, it shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, we're quite busy here now at this this depot area. Let's hope we don't have too many vehicles queuing, otherwise we could have a problem. I think for now though it's alright. It's not too bad. Speed up time, get a bus out. Will be Thursday midday. There should be a bus running quite frequently. Where is it? Should be a bus every hour. And yet we've just hit 1 PM and there's no bus. Weekday. Start time 10. So there should be one. Oh, there it is. It's late. Not very professional. Little bus. Here we are. Alright, let's speed up time slightly. Just while it runs through these junctions. That's another problem with the bendy buses, is they don't quite fit in those lanes between traffic lights. Let's pop underground quickly because I've forgotten what this does when it's underground. I think it just slaloms around. Nothing major. Yep, just goes around these corners underground, goes underneath or above. I think it goes above Hub Link 1. Starts rising out from underground. Right, it's going to turn left here and then right at the next junction. What type of vehicle's that? Do you guys see that? Over here. I couldn't grab it. What a weird type of vehicle. That looked like one of those three-wheeled motorbike things that has a shelter on top. How strange. I don't think I've seen one of those on this game before. I've seen them in real life. I've never seen one on here before. How unusual. Right, this bus mounts the curb as it goes around this corner. Graphics glitch, no doubt. And now we're traffic light free until at least we've picked up passengers. Although I'm not sure how many passengers we're going to end up picking up. That's not really for me to decide. These metro shelters are now suddenly all on this side of the hub. I swear before they were more central than this. That's also quite unusual. Okay, anybody waiting? No. That's disappointing. I thought it might have 1 or 2 people waiting. Apparently not. Alright, out of the hub. To this junction, turn left. And we start our epic voyage over to the Rat House and then on to Cypress Creek. Something new about City's skyline that I'm really looking forward to is the ability to name parts of the city. Not so much because you can run them separately and have independent taxing and things like that, just so you can name an area of your city and just say it in a video or say it out loud and everybody knows where you're talking about, rather than Like for now I have to say Cypress Creek. Oh, that's over in City West. Whereas on City Skyline you can say Cypress Creek and you can zoom out and everyone can see where that is. I'm looking forward to that aspect of that game. I'm looking forward to a lot of things about that game actually, not just that thing. There's a lot of cool stuff coming with that game which I'm really looking forward to playing around with and making work. For now though, we are still here, and I do plan on carrying on this series even when City Skyline is released, which is in 2 weeks time, I believe. 2 and a bit weeks time. I still plan on playing that game, this game, sorry, because this game is just fantastic still. Absolutely nothing wrong with this game. Even when it's sequel, technically, even though it's not really a direct sequel, but when the next game is released, this still won't feel outdated to me. It'll still feel current, and I imagine they might still be producing DLC for it. They'll be missing a trick if they're not, because I've read on the forums a lot of people want more DLC for this game. So, Colossal Order, if you're watching this, I don't know why you would be, but if you are, more DLC for Cities in Motion 2, please. And what am I doing now? I am killing time whilst we're waiting for this bus to actually reach the rat house. This is one of the issues with buses in this city, is it does take a long time to get from A to B. That's kind of the idea with this system though. It's meant to be like a coach system. Residents of the UK, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about when I say companies like National Express. Greyhound, I think, is the one in America that does it. And I'm sure there are European versions as well, but I don't really know what they're called. But it's the long distance coach kind of thing, so you can get a bus from the outskirts of the city and it will take you into the heart of the city. That's kind of what this does. You can get a bus from anywhere in the city and it will take you to the MCH. Well, from any of the hubs I should say, and it will take you to the MCH. Oh, this bus has better acceleration than the tram. Look at that, we are pulling away. Oh, tram's caught us again. Cheated though, it used the traffic lights. Now it's just going to pull away, because we got a slow start there. We're going to turn right soon. I hope so. Is it this next junction? Looks like you're going to map. Actually, it's a long way still. It's a lot shorter when you're mapping out the line than when you're actually watching it. Suddenly it becomes a very, very long distance journey. It's really confusing. If you look at where we are on the map, our target is here, and we're currently here, having just gone from here. I always think the rat house is sort of there, but it's not. It's right up this bit still. It's in a completely different part of the city to Cypress Creek. It's in a completely different part of the city to where we are now. This is like the bridge between Cypress Creek and what I'm going to be calling this area. I think I'm going to call this Birch Grove. And off camera... Excuse me, yawning. Off camera, I'll map out that one. I'll probably do a few of these off camera actually. I'm starting to do more things off camera. Little tweaks and little fixes, like turning the Ruby line into what would you call it? Just clockwise and anti-clockwise system rather than a single line. Which I think's actually done it some good. It's certainly done tram squares some good, because there was a bit of a queue going on with trams leaving and arriving. But just altering the route slightly and linking it up with other tram lines around the city that otherwise don't have necessarily a direct connection to Tram Square. I think that's done as good. I like what I've done with it. Right, looks like we're nearly at our destination. I think I'm going to end this video at our destination of Cypress Creek, because otherwise we're going to be sitting here all day waiting for it to go back. There's another one of those bike things. Seen two now. There's a police car. I do like the variety of vehicles in this game. You get police cars, you get fire engines. I haven't seen ambulances necessarily, but I'm sure they're in the game. Even though you don't have police stations and fire stations anywhere, and I have looked, you seem to get the emergency vehicles. What on earth is going on here? No, Sapphire. It seems the Venetian line is messing up everything. It's all gone wrong. The Venetian line only gets a 7,000 profit. Not the best. But then if I go on... No, that's not the right one. This one. Every single form of transport now in our city is making money. The bus is only just scraping it, but it is still making money. So I'm quite happy to leave it as it is right now. The trolley's making money. The trams are definitely making money. And then you've got the monorails and the metros. They're never going to lose this money. Even the water bus is making us 10,000, and that's always clogging up and having to be reset. So overall, I'm quite chuffed with how well this is going for us now. It's doing a good job. Right, turning left into Cypress Creek. There's no creek here actually. I don't know where I got Cypress Creek from. I suppose there's the lake at the other side of that little mountainy bit, so we'll call that the creek. As a disclaimer. Oh, we've got queues of buses here now. I wonder how many of these are waiting for... Wow, they're all waiting for Cypress Creek. None of them are waiting for the Mile Line, despite the fact they go to pretty much the same locations. How strange. Anyway, I'm going to follow up with what I said. We are at Cypress Creek, so it's time to end this video. So until next time, guys, thank you very much for watching. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, be sure to click the subscribe button. If you have already subscribed to my channel, thank you guys for your continued support. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and until next time, I will see you soon.